What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Legit Whiskey Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Barrell Dovetail. So Barrell Dovetail, this one comes out of Barrell Craft Distillers, and what they're known for is sourcing different whiskeys, rums, port, all kinds of different spirits, and they blend them, and they have many different batches. All of their batches that they release are limited batches, and they're all released at cask strength. So the one that I'm reviewing today is Dovetail. This is a blend of Tennessee and Kentucky bourbons, and they are finished in rum, port, and Dun Vineyard Cabernet barrels. So that's really interesting, all these different barrels that they were finished in. So this should really be interesting. The proof on this for this batch is 124.34, so that is 62.17% ABV, so a pretty high proof. And this is the first time that I've picked up a barrel whiskey, and the price on this one retails for around the $80 mark. So these usually are pretty pricey, but you got to think they're sourcing the whiskeys. The rumors I've heard on these for the Kentucky bourbon is about 14 years old. For the Tennessee whiskey, it's about a 10-year-old. So you know, they have very high age on them, and they're finished in different barrels. So you know, that adds to the cost of everything. So, but anyways, let's get into this. And the design on this bottle, I really like the shape of the bottle. I think it's unique. I don't know, I just feel like it's sleek, and it says a lot without saying a lot. And as far as the label, I feel like they could do a better job on the label. I don't know, I just feel like something's lacking, missing from the label. But besides that, I really like the bottle though. But all right, this is really sticking to the glass, like completely coating the glass. Really nice. There's like still no legs. They're barely starting to form now. So really nice. All right, let's go to the nose. Immediately, there's just so much going on in the glass here. I'm gonna need a minute. This is crazy. So I'm definitely picking up the classic, you know, bourbon flavors. There's a vanilla and there's a caramel note, and they're all both like deep and rich. And there's a butterscotch note that's really coming through here as well, like a Werther's Original type candy, like that. The way that tastes, that's what the smell I'm getting in here. The wine is definitely, I'm picking up the wine, is definitely coming through. But just when I think I have it figured out, it just keeps evolving. There's more that's coming through on the nose. There's maybe a little bit of like a spice note, but it's not like, that's like in the background as opposed to the other flavors that I just mentioned on the nose. But as far as the nose, I think right now that's about it. But like I said, it's constantly changing and evolving. You know, when you think you have it figured out, all the different notes, then another one pops up. So I really like that. You know, it's really complex as far as the nose. It's just constantly changing. There's even, now there's a little bit of honey coming through as well. So it smells very unique and very good on the nose. It's just so much coming through. But let's go to the palate. Cheers. Wow. This is crazy. So just starts off very sweet with a super strong honey note. That butterscotch came through. You got your caramel, your vanilla. Towards the mid palate, it starts to turn a little bit dark. I got a decent amount of oak and I got a decent amount of leather. There's definitely a lot of spiciness coming through. It's not like pepper. It's more like just it stays on the spicy end of things. There's even a little bit of chocolate, maybe like a dark chocolate coming through towards the finish. And that finish just goes on and on. It's still going on, but just amazing on the palate. I really like what this is bringing. It's just super complex as far as, my opinion. I think it's pretty complex. And it's kind of like just like the nose, like it's constantly evolving on the palate, so it coats the palate well. And like I said, that finish just lingers on. But let's try it again. A bit of some oak is coming through now. Some oak mixed with the leather. And there's still that little bit of a chocolate note coming through. For as high as a proof as this is, I don't feel like it drinks as high as the proof is. I feel like it drinks maybe like 115, like a little bit lower than what it actually is. So I definitely like that. The alcohol is not like, over the top, because you can be high proof and still not be complex, and you can be not enjoyable. So I feel like when it's a high proof and you can definitely taste the age and how well they blended the whiskey, I really enjoy that. So like I said, this is a honey, caramel, vanilla, butterscotch, leather, oak, and with a spicy finish, and then with a little bit of chocolate on top of that. So just amazing. And typically for my reviews, I don't add water, but when it's a high proof and when it's something like so complex and so like a blended whiskey, I just like to experiment. So for the purpose of this review, I want to add some water, and just to see what it actually does to the whiskey. Maybe it'll change it for the better, since there's so much going on here. I'm just gonna add a few drops. Let's see. That's like 3 drops there. All right. So let's see what it does here. So whatever alcohol was coming through as far as the nose, which wasn't too much, it definitely just completely stamped out the alcohol. And I feel like as far as the nose, more of the sweeter notes are coming through. I'm not picking up as much oak on the nose, but that butterscotch note which was so prominent before I poured the water in, it's kind of almost all gone now, and it's more of a honey sweetness coming through now. So if that's your type of note, you'll definitely like to add water to it. I really like that butterscotch note, so I feel like as far as the water on the nose, I would not add water to it. But more importantly, let's go to the palate. Yeah, I wouldn't add water to this. I feel like the complexity and the constant evolving in the palate and all the different notes that I was picking up, they aren't coming through anymore. I'm just getting like a honey sweetness towards the front, and then a little bit of a bitter oak towards the back end with a little bit of spice. But everything that was like, so amazing on the palate, and all the different notes I was picking up and the way it was evolving and coating the palate, when you add water to this, I feel like it goes away. So definitely I wouldn't add water to this. As far as my opinion, I just feel like it diminishes the whiskey and diminishes in a way in the way that it was meant to be you know, enjoyed. So definitely, as far as my opinion, I wouldn't add any water to this. But as far as the whiskey itself, while it is a little bit pricey, you definitely get your money's worth here. You're definitely gonna go on a little adventure, you know, exploring and trying to pick apart all the different notes that come through on this whiskey. So as far as my final score, I'm gonna give this an A+. Super enjoyable, very good, unique flavors, and something that I would recommend if you're in that budget. I would say go for it. It's definitely enjoyable. So if you like my content, remember to smash that like button. Remember to subscribe. You can catch me on my Instagram page at LegitWhiskeyReviews, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.